Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and I'm so excited because I just got back from seeing Spider-Man Far From Home. So if you are newer to my channel outside of horror, I am also very much obsessed with Marvel and the MCU, and specifically Spider-Man. So I have done reviews for previous Marvel movies, including obviously Spider-Man. So links to stuff will be in the description below. So if this is not what you're here for, then you know there's tons of other videos on my channel that you can check out. But yeah, let's go ahead and just getting started talking about this film. So if you have not seen this film, I am gonna talk about some spoilers. I'm not gonna get too heavy into everything. When it comes to reviewing these films, a lot of it is just rambling because I get so excited. So if you've seen my previous Spider-Man or Marvel reviews, you probably already know that. But yeah, I obviously, as you can tell by how excited I am, I loved this film, and I was so excited for this. I loved Homecoming. I think that Tom Holland is the best Peter Parker. He does great as Peter Parker as well as Spider-Man, and I feel like he's kind of the first actor to really nail that down. I think his intro into the MCU in Civil War still one of my favorite intros, and yeah, I just love Tom Holland as Peter Parker, and so I was so super excited for this film, and it did not let me down. Of course, it also has Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, and I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He, going far back as like first time I saw him in Bubble Boy, I have always loved Jake Gyllenhaal, one of my like top celeb crushes. So when I saw that he was coming into the MCU, I was so excited, and also excited to see him, again, spoilers, be a bad guy. Obviously, from if you've only seen the trailers, and you don't know much about the comic books, Mysterio is seen a bit of a good guy. Going into this, I did take Matt. I usually drag him to movies, and he doesn't really know anything about Marvel outside of the MCU, and I don't think he's even seen every film like I have, and so I love taking him to kind of see like his reaction, his take on, you know, films, on these films, not knowing all of the details, and he was definitely like shocked by that part, and so yeah, going into this, like, obviously I know that Mysterio was a bad guy, and so watching all of those kind of first parts of him and Peter Parker, and him like giving Peter all of this like advice and things, I was just sitting there like don't listen to Peter Parker, like fuck you, Jake Gyllenhaal. But even as a bad guy, I still loved him, and yeah, thought he did a fantastic job. Sorry, like I said, these are usually rambling. They're just my first thoughts after seeing the film. I will say though, going into this, I was kind of a little bit hesitant about the whole like thing of Peter Parker being on this school trip with his classmates. And obviously this being post the events of Endgame, so also spoilers if you haven't seen that, and how they were gonna kind of deal with everybody coming back. But I thought that they did a really good job at that, and kind of like explaining how all of that worked. It is a little convenient that so many of Peter Parker's classmates like disappeared, so that a bunch of them are back together. But I mean, it's a film, they gotta do what they gotta do. And I thought that the storyline ended up working really well, and especially with the elements and how they like worked all that in together. But yeah, I really liked this film. I thought that it was a fun ride. There's, you know, a great mix of comedy as well as action and heartfelt moments that definitely like make you tear up throughout this film. There's a particular scene where you can tell that Happy Hogan is kind of like looking at Peter, and he sees kind of him, and he sees him very much as Tony, reminds him very much of Tony, in that scene, and he doesn't say it, but you can feel it, and I thought that was also fantastic, and I loved that part, and I love how much Happy is in this film, and it makes sense that he would take on this kind of guardian role for Peter after Tony's death. And then some of the other, like, pretty heart-wrenching scenes, obviously Peter and Happy talking about Tony. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen that scene, which I kind of wish would have been left out of the trailer. There's definitely some scenes I wish would have not been in the trailer. Trailers these days just give away too much. They're rarely any fun. But there is also a particular scene, and spoilers, where Peter is talking with Quinn right after Mysterio, right after they have defeated the elements, or so Peter believes, and he gives Mysterio these glasses that Tony gave to him, and when Mysterio puts on the glasses, it instantly, you can tell that Peter feels like he looks like Tony in that moment, and I think that had a lot to do with kind of his decision, because even to me, I was looking at it, it was like, wow, like, yeah, the second Jake Gyllenhaal put those glasses on, he did kind of look like Tony Stark. And that was definitely, like, a scene, like, sitting throughout that scene, knowing that Mysterio's a bad guy, I was like, no, Peter, like, do not give this man those glasses! And of course he did. And again, if you have not seen this film, this part is a big spoiler. It is the mid-credit scene, which you definitely have to stick around for that. And in the mid-credit scene, basically, there's footage that Mysterio put together, or his team put together, that reveals Spider-Man's true identity, aka Peter Parker, and I and, like, everybody else in the theater were just, like, you could hear just an overwhelming, like, across, like, the entire room, and people being like, what? And I definitely, like, I was just in shock in my seat. I, like, walked out of the film just, like, I had no clue what to say. I can't believe that they did that. That is just, like, so intense. I mean, obviously, in the end of Homecoming, his identity is revealed to Aunt May, and then in this one, he reveals it to MJ, which, I mean, I kind of saw that coming. I feel like the trailer kind of gives that away too, but I did not see that the basically entire world, or at least people with internet, knowing Spider-Man's real identity. I cannot believe that that's how they ended it, and it just makes me so excited for the next Spider-Man film to see what the fuck happens next. Like, what is Peter gonna do? What is the world gonna do? Like, it's definitely intense, for sure. And as far as I'm aware, I believe that there aren't going to be any more Marvel films until the next Spider-Man, which I believe is going to be next year, 2020. And that's definitely going to be kind of weird. I mean, so used to so many Marvel movies coming out throughout the year that this is going to be really the biggest gap in the MCU. But I'm kind of okay with that. Maybe it's just because I love Spider-Man so much that I'm cool with us just continuing his story and seeing what happens next. Yeah, so that's kind of my ramble about this film. I fucking loved this film. So good. It was just, like, way above any expectations I had for this. So if you have seen Spider-Man Far From Home, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Did you enjoy the film? And let me know what you thought about that credit and that. Let me know what you thought about that reveal end scene. And if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure that you hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later with another video.